All right, guys, we're live. Our first of the year podcast.
Yay!
For STBA.
Hell yeah!
Exciting.
Oh yeah.
We got so we decided to do our for our first podcast this year. We decided to do a board meeting, so everybody knows where we're at, what we have planned for the year. We all start off on the same page. And clear up any questions and calendar events and all that stuff that we have for the rest of the year. So I'm going to go ahead and call this board meeting to order. It is Wednesday, January 10th, 2024, South Texas Builders Alliance Board of Directors meeting. We're currently at Ambra. Thank you once again, Dan, Shavi, for always being hospitable with us and allowing us to have our podcast here. It's a great place. And we really appreciate that. We'll start off with Mario. Can you say a little prayer, please, brother?
Yes, sir. Can we all bow our heads, please? All right, Lord, we thank you so much for bringing us here today. We ask that you please pray over our meeting and you let us make the right decisions for the organization. We ask that you please take care of all our family and our friends and you let us return home safely. In your name I pray, amen.
Amen, brother. Amen. Thank you. Roll call. Ronnie, present. Julio.
Present.
Efren.
Present.
Servi.
Present.
Ruben.
Present.
Jesse.
On his way.
On his way.
On his way. Emilio.
Present.
Mario.
Present.
We have quorum, guys. Let's get this thing started. Treasurer's report. Efren, you want to go ahead and start? I think.
Yeah. Let me just flip to that. All right. We after having a great year last year, we had a ton of events. We had a great turnout. So I'll just provide a quick update on where we're at. Currently, as of today, our account balance is $22,890.45. That's as of about 45 minutes ago.
Good.
So along with that, I know me and Mario were talking about this yesterday and over the past couple of weeks, just to try to make sure that we have all our numbers up to date and accurate. And what I'll do is instead of giving you the long, boring rant of every single line item, I'll just give out the most important topics and some of the bigger events that we had. And if anybody has any questions, more specifically, please feel free to reach out to me or Mario at any time. The Gallery of Homes expense, that's probably one of our larger line item expenses, but it included all the marketing, everything that had to do with the event, the flyers, the mixers and everything. That was a total of $61,925 on that expense. The office rent total for the year, $96.50. The rebuild project that we all took on collectively and as an organization, from the STBA account, we looked at about $42,634 that went out for that. The STBA podcast expense, which includes anything having to do with it. We had to buy mics, we had to buy stands, and all this other stuff. That accounted for about $4,200. Meetings, meals, mixers throughout the year. A lot of them. Big shout out and a big thank you to anybody that was involved and helped out with organizing and funding a lot of these mixers. As an organization, we individually, through the organization, we spent about $76 between meals, mixers, and different events that we held throughout the year. And then the total amount of debt that was paid from 22, so there was some carryover between some legal expenses and CPA and just various things that kind of lingered from the previous year. That itself was about $17,000 that we wanted to make sure we kept up today with our books. Everybody was paid out, and there was no pending or outstanding balances. So,
David's paid from there. David, attorney.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
We're debt free right now as an organization.
Yeah, cool. Great, man.
So reflected on that is that's where we currently stand on our account. We're right under 23,000.
That's perfect.
Currently.
And shout out to everybody that worked hard to do this. It's a nonprofit, right? So this is pretty good. We're starting the year with $23,000, $22,000. That's great.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. Have we collected any dues this month by any chance?
We've had 3.
Okay, good.
We've had 3 come in.
All right, perfect.
How is that going? Are we talking about that already?
Not
No.
yet. I
We
think
have a
we're
topic?
just going. Yeah, that's a different
Okay.
topic.
Okay.
I believe.
Anything else on the treasury report? Anybody got any questions on it?
I don't know if this pertains to that particular topic, but I know we were talking about it yesterday. You asked a question about members. We currently have 106 paid members that are up to date, and then some that are coming up for renewal. So there's should be trickling in, and I think we have some that have voiced that they're busy with other projects, so they might decide to at least hold off this coming year.
That's very little of them. How many said that
Just this year, I've only had one.
this year? Last
Yes,
year
sir.
was 3, right?
Yes, sir. Last year was 3.
Okay, good. Good work.
So currently, right now, in members, if Uli, can you help me with this real quick? Just help me pull it out.
Yeah, mine too, please. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, brother. So currently, right now, in members, SCBA is at 128 members to start the year. That is including the members that did not renew. We do have 106 paid members, and we have 22 members that are up for membership due, just in case if anybody's wondering.
So if
With
you want to
that-
do the math on that, it's 22 times. So it's about 33 right there.
Yep.
Very good.
So
good.
Just
that,
on beer-
that
just
is on
on
the
pure
membership. And then if anybody wants, we also have a sheet of all our members in the organization. So all members are there.
Cool.
Just in case anybody's wondering or wants to have the sheet, give me a call or shoot me a text, and I can always email that to you.
Awesome, man.
You want to briefly? I know that you've already sent the screenshot, but you want to go over it January through December?
Yeah, I can do that.
tentatively? Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, guys. So, as a lot of people may know, 2023 was a foundational year for STBA. We tried a lot of new things, like Efrain mentioned on the report. We had some carryover debt that we had from 2022, and one of the main goals for 2023 was to finish the rebuild project, clear up that debt, and find a way to go national, right? So I think that we hit every topic pretty hard this past year, and we've also established some pretty good events. We're going to start an economic outlook here with hosted by Lone Star National Bank on January 25th. That event, we've had 188 RSVPs at the moment, so I
Nice.
really hope.
Wow. That's great.
I really hope that everybody does show up. Word on the street is that Chick-fil-A is going to be catering, so so we'll see what's up with that. Shout out Ismael. He's taking care of that for us.
Very cool.
In February, we're going to have a stucco workshop hosted by Central Materials at their main facility off of 281, if I'm not mistaken, here off the expressway. That's going to be also headed by Mr. Efrain Gomez. Going back to the Outlook, January 25th, that's going to be headed by Ronnie and Julio. One thing that we decided to do this year, guys, is just so everybody knows, the board they're all taking care of a certain event each month. Okay, so not so much taking care of it, but making sure that things go as planned. They'll be there. If you have any questions regarding the organization, they can be there to help you guys. Okay, so Ronnie and Julio are heading the January 25th Economic Outlook. After that, February 21st, you got the stucco workshop with Central Materials by Efrain Gomez. And March 29th, we have the bowling tournament that is actually being taken care of by Mr. Ulises himself. He's decided to help me out with that, and he's going to be taking care of the bowling tournament for us. We hope and try and encourage everybody to come out and play some bowling. It is going to be a 3-game tournament. We want everybody to go out there and have a good time. It's going to be hosted at Flamingo Bowl. They're going to give us 15 lanes. They're going to give food and drinks. And we're talking to some sponsors right now to make sure that they can take care of, the open bar and all that good stuff for everybody. So it should be a good time.
Do you pay to be part of the tournament?
Yes, sir. There's going to be a fee
Okay.
for the tournament.
Okay. All right.
Ulises is working on all that. And once everything's finalized with Flamingo, we're going to go ahead and start announcing the flyer, and there will be first, second, and third prizes. There are going to be some goodies that we're going to be giving away that are going to be donated by some companies.
Yeah, cool.
So we're just finalizing everything on that, and then we're going to start shooting it out to everybody.
Sweet.
Very cool. Any ringers or what?
Yeah, we'll see what's up. We'll see what's up.
Flamingo Bowl is old school.
Yeah, it is. Hey,
I remember high school.
they actually touched it up. It looks nice.
does
Yeah,
it?
I went in there to talk to the manager about this the other day, and I was like, man, this looks really cool.
Yeah.
I was like, I should come here more often. But moving on. After that, April 25th, concrete workshop with 57 Concrete. It's going to be head by Servando. On May 30th, construction contract workshop by going to be head by Ruben Ruiz. June 27th, engineering workshop, Mr. Villanueva. July 20th, fishing tournament, Jesse De Leon, which is on his way here. That is being headed by Ben James. So if anybody has any questions, Ben has been moving on it.
Has the answers, yeah.
We have some big time sponsors right now. He's on a mission to get some really good prices for people.
Wow.
We encourage anybody that wants to compete in the tournament. It's going to be a full-fledged competition. Weight Master will be involved. There's going to be cash prizes, goodies being given away. If I'm not mistaken, they got some barbecue joint that's going to be doing all the barbecue and stuff. So it's going to be good.
Nice,
Very
bro,
cool.
good job.
So when are y'all going to start?
James, thank you, bro.
So let's touch base on that. On all these things, we want to get both the members and the partners involved, right? What can they do to get in there? Because we're trying to meet people and do something together, give back to the community as a whole, right? But at the same time, fund this nonprofit so we can continue to grow. How can members get involved in all these workshops and fundraisers that we're having?
Well, for the fishing tournament itself, we're going to have the first meeting this Tuesday coming up at 5:30. It will be hosted at the main branch of Willow Bend on McCall. So if anybody wants to go, I know that Ben put it on the Alliance group chat. He put it out there to anybody that wants to participate and help put this together.
Very cool.
I don't know. I don't think Ulises is getting one for the bowling tournament, but I'm definitely going to get a meeting going for the golf tournament, which is at the end of the year in December 14th. And then we also have a really big event coming up, and I'll get right to that. So we have the fishing tournament July 20th. August 29th, it's a sales and marketing workshop. Ronnie Cavazos is heading that one. And then September 7th, it's a dove hunt, which would be headed by Ruben Ruiz. October 26th through 27th is the first weekend of Gallery of Homes 2024. Okay, and that one's being headed by Mr. Villanueva and Robert Cordova. Nice. And then the second weekend is November 22nd to November 3rd. Okay. And that's a great question because we're going to have, I actually had a meeting with Mr. Villalma, Mr. Paco today, and I don't want us to have a month and a half to throw this. So I had a meeting with him today. One of the things that I really want to get going is I feel like we lack a website, a website where members can go and even people that are not members go in there and check who's in the organization, see what position they have by board members, what's their company, give them a brief history of what the company's done per company, put their products on the website. I was telling him that I also want to see something to where it's like, hey, let's say they click on Via Homes. Via Homes is located on this address, this here, and if you click this button, it'll take you straight to the map. You know, like I feel like last year we did the best that we could do with a month and a half with the Gallery of Homes, and I know that some people had some great turnouts regarding that. And one thing that I made it very clear to him is that I want to make sure that we start early. We're going to give builders the opportunity to prepare. This is not going to be something that's rushed. And once again, I'm going to repeat the dates. October 26th through 27th is the first weekend. November 2nd through November 3rd is the second weekend. Please take into consideration competing. This past year, the competitions was great. We had 3 judges that really liked what they did. We had a third-party company take care of all the voting, and then after that, the Gallery of Homes Awards was a really nice turnout. And I really hope that more people compete.
Yes.
And try and put their best show out there for that. After that, we got a meeting that's going to be held. So I talked to Paco. He's going to be working on numbers and stuff for this year. With the promotions of it all the whole year and everything. Of course, Mr. V is going to be there. Robert Cordova is going to be there. I know most of you guys are going to be there as well. And anybody that wants to show up to this meeting, and you know, I hope people understand and know that you all can be part of any meeting that SCBA has. You know, you as a paying member, you can go to any meeting. You can be a part of any committee. We encourage it. You can be here right now. We encourage it. We want to see it. One thing that is very important is people showing up, you know, and being a part of it. Another thing that I want to work on this year is I want to create. So, how did you all feel about the magazine?
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Like feedback on the magazine?
I don't know that we get a whole lot out of it.
Okay.
Print media. I don't believe in it.
Okay.
But that's just me personally.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've had some people that have asked. The reason that I ask is because I had some people that have asked in starting a magazine, so to where we're issuing something out every quarter. Obviously, if you guys think it would be something that would be good for the organization, we could do it.
I think honestly, things like that would be best suited for waiting rooms, right? When you're at the physician, when you're at the title company, when you're somewhere waiting. But everybody, when you go somewhere, what do? They're on the phone, right? They're on their phone. So I don't know what you think. Maybe we can do a digital magazine, and wherever you're gonna have it, just literally put the magazine like in a little case with a QR code. You QR code it, and then.
I mean, at the same time, I'm that type of person that if I walk into Samoras and they have a stack of magazines about real estate, I pick it up.
You pick all of them up.
I'm like, yeah, I like to look at it. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy going through the magazine and looking at what's available or looking what people are promoting.
I'm not gonna argue that. Both great points. At the end of the day, we got to see what the return on investment or estimated return on investment. If it's gonna be very affordable, thumbs up. If it's gonna be very expensive, well, how much is it? So. Good points across the board, and we'd love some feedback from the members, man.
Yeah,
you know
of
what I
course.
mean?
Yeah, and that's why I'm bringing it up, guys, because, I mean, at the end of the day, this is for you guys. So if you guys like the idea, see if what I just said, and you want to back it up, or you think that you can add something to it, please voice yourself, please. So
that it becomes a topic that we vote on here, and then, we see it through fruition.
Yes, sir. So those are the meetings. Those are the meetings throughout the year. After that, we already went through the financial report of the year with Mr. Efrain. We had a total of 7 members that left STBA, and back again to the current members is 128. 106 members are paid, and 22 owe a membership due.
Got it. Cool. Any questions on that? Next topic, website creation.
Yeah.
You want to go into detail on that? Is this going to be a voting thing?
Yeah, so the reason that we're bringing this topic up is because, I mean, and for us to execute anything, we bring up the topic, and then we vote on it, the board votes on it, and then I make sure I make the proper decisions to go ahead and get this done for everybody. The reason that I believe that a website is important is because, 1, we don't have one, and 2, it is very important to have a certain type of description that people can go to, especially as an organization. What I see is people log into stba.com. I'm just going to give you something, stba.com, SouthTexasBuildersAlliance.com, and what I see is, boom, let's put the board members. Have you ever seen the NAHB website? Mm-mm. Have you ever seen the Texas Association website?
I have.
Put this calendar on the front page of the website, or the first thing you see on the website. Put the board members, put the members, give a backstory of who everybody, what did a company do, what products do they have available on the market. Let people know where they can go see this specific builder. I really believe that website, if we create the STBA website, it can also be utilized for the gallery of homes. Mm-hmm. We can go ahead and kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So that's just my take on it. I mean, I don't know if you guys want to.
Did Paco? I like the idea. Did Paco give you any indication what the cost of that would be?
He's going to get with me next week.
Okay.
So that's what that meeting's going to be for. It's going to be for the website, and it's going to be for the gallery of homes. He's going to break down everything then.
Gotcha.
And he'll let us know. He said that the cost was going to be the same, more than likely the same it was as this past year, which was $42,000. So.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a question. I thought we already had a website.
It's not active.
But he can service it.
The domain's not good. We've tried.
I thought we had addressed that, Ronnie.
We had gotten information from the previous vendor, and I don't know where we ended up with that.
Yeah, so it turns out the domain was not good or something like that, so it was just not functionable.
Well, okay, so I'd like to be part of that meeting because we spent I know how much did we spend? I know Efrain made a good case on that. How much did we spend? It was like $17,000 or something.
It was
something
exactly
like
$17,000.
Yeah,
It's a lot.
Yeah, it was $17,000. So let's revisit that and see what we can do.
Yeah, because if we could salvage that website, I mean, we already salvaged that.
Because it's gonna be a really good website. You know what I mean? It has to be a really good website, and we're not gonna do anything halfway. You know,
No,
what I mean?
it has to
And we
be.
spent-
It has to be a website that represents us as an entirety.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it has to be good.
Cool.
Okay, so we're not going to vote on that. We're just going to wait until that meeting happens, and we'll get some numbers.
Okay.
Cool. Hiring a secretary for STBA office.
Yeah. I need the help.
Make the sale.
I need the help.
Yeah. I'm for you.
Today I had a meeting with Mr. Segovia and Jennifer, which are so kind. Mr. Segovia says hi. And one of the things that we need to make sure that our books are just grade A.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we need to make sure that our books are grade A. And I'm so busy with everything that's going on with the organization. And one thing that I had told Efrain, I was like, I think that Jennifer would be, if we get if we're able to get a secretary, I would like to get Jennifer as secretary because that's what she does, right? And speaking to her today, when I had met with her this morning, because they're fixing, we had a little issue with QuickBooks that was, it happened, and I'm not going to bring up the reason why, and if anybody wants to, you can call me. But they're fixing it, and I asked her if she could be a secretary, and Mr. Segovia and her have a person in mind that could do it. Okay. So I think it would be in everybody's best interest to have somebody that's already within the realm of our CPA, because they're already taking care of everything that has to do with our money and everything that has to do with our taxes. So it's just going to go one in hand with another. The reason I want that is because we have a lot of moving parts that come in and out. We have applications, we have money that comes in, we have money that comes out, and we just got to make sure that things are properly filed. And at the same time, I believe that we need somebody at the office at least 3 times out of the week, on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 to 3, that can be there assisting people that have questions. I also would like for that person to not just assist with questions, but be able to help out with anything that we need regarding STBA, you know?
So you're thinking Monday, Wednesday, Friday,
Yes, sir.
8 to 5?
No, sir.
What are you thinking?
9 to 3 or
9 to
10 to 3.
9 to 3?
So
We're
like
talking
15,
about
15 hours a week.
15 hours a week.
15 hours a week.
Yes, sir.
How much are we paying roughly?
That's up to you guys. I don't know. What's minimum wage? I don't know.
At that point, Chairman, we would have to revise the executive director's job description because when we initially had it,
Yeah.
they had a laundry list of things to do. So we need to discuss that as a whole, see how everybody feels. Because if we need to grow, obviously, one person can't do everything, right?
So I think
For an organization our size, I think it's absolutely necessary. You can't do it all.
Yeah.
part of it is
If we want to do it right.
Yeah, I think part of it we were talking about this the other day was now that we've been part of the organization for a couple of years, we kind of already see more or less what kind of expenses are involved in running this organization for January through December. We need to create a budget, right? So we need to have a budget so we know what would be appropriate. We'd love to have this person full time, but we can't afford it. And that's where we decide, how many hours, what's the pay, what's, XYZ, how much is a website, how much is a gallery of homes, and then just create a budget and then see, depending on how many members we're projecting, create that budget.
Make a
Right.
decision.
and
I
then
think
we can make math don't lie. So we'll figure that out
Yeah.
once we get something like
Because
that.
if you get 15 hours a week at $10 an hour, that's $150 a week.
I think we need to, I think we need to pay a little bit more than $10 because you're gonna get $10 worth, right?
Yeah, but no, I don't
And
know
then-
what you
and then
pay
you're
a
gonna-
secretary.
And then you're gonna do more work. And be like, guys, I don't want a secretary.
Yeah, no.
But let's look at that. Why don't you? Let's go with what Efrain said. Why don't you create a budget?
Yeah.
And then
So
we'll look at
yeah.
it.
one of the reasons that we created these events this year is to go ahead and bring more revenue than just the membership dues. A lot of the things that we did this year, they brought in revenue, but they actually supplemented themselves. We did have a lot, like we just said, we put $42,000 of STBA money into a rebuild project. We used the golf tournament to pay debts. Yeah. So at the same time, a lot of the money that we did bring in, I was using it to clear up a lot of debt.
All debt.
Yeah. So this year I see STBA retaining a lot more of this profit that is coming in through our events and through meetings that we're going to have. Just because,
It's not profit, by the way.
no, but it is for the organization. So, people need to understand that we need any organization needs some sort of capital in order to move on. and that's the reason that we're going to have events, because we need a certain, we have expenses, we're growing. We have 128 active members. We have people that need to go to meetings. We have people that we need to go to IBS, International Builders Show in Vegas. We have the Texas what is it
Sun
called?
Belt.
The Sun Belt coming up. We got people that need to go and represent the organization and the Valley as a whole, because we need it. We need it. There's things that are happening. That within itself, I mean, the organization needs the capital in order to move forward. That's one of the reasons that, I strongly believe that the secretary is going to be a good thing for STBA, because we need, it's going to show structure among STBA, and our organization is growing immensely.
And especially with the projects that we're going to have, there's going to have to be some type of assistance with the, fishing tournament, with the bowling, with something that Ronnie's going to bring up right now, so yeah. But it's very important, always document it, see when we make an informed decision, how much is it going to cost us? What is their job description going to be on the daily, or when they're,
when they're working.
Here.
Yeah. So you're right. Let's get a budget.
Okay.
Projected not income, but revenue.
Okay.
That we got coming in, and then we'll make a decision on the next board meeting.
Perfect.
But I think we all support you, and know that the organization needs that help. So
Nice.
Oh yeah,
Let's put
we
it
need,
together.
we need you more out there, not doing
Yeah.
clerical stuff. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Well, my position and my input on this is that a budget is a must, as to figure out the whole year if possible. That way, everything's going to happen between now and the end of the year. Every event, is it going to bring income, or is it going to be an expense on
Or a
each
wash?
event? Yeah, and that way we can get a better idea of where we stand, and be able to make a wise decision. And that perhaps will determine also the pay. I do believe that $10 is very little. I
was just throwing a number out
Yeah,
there.
I think that
It's easier math.
perhaps no less than 12, but $15 per spot. would
Yeah, I
be-
think that'd be
Yeah.
excellent.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that,
And preferably someone that is trying to get into the field of construction, right?
Yep.
So that we can train them, and again, at the end of the day, community.
Yep.
What can we do as an organization to give back to the community? And that's more, at least one job, right? More jobs, and education for the whole community, and get people out there. So yeah.
I'm for it. We'll look at the budget. Any other questions on this topic?
I got none. I think starting at 15 hours, ideally full time. That would be the goal, because if they're full time, that means that we're doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
No,
If it's in
isn't
the-
it part time?
No, starting part time.
Part time. Yes, sir. Part time.
Goal would be full
Full-time.
time.
Okay.
Because it's going to have to, as work comes, the dues have to increase, because that means that you're out there talking to people. The sponsorship levels are going to increase, so that means you're going to be out there talking to people, and that's what you do, right? Relationship business.
What I think that this year also is going to set us up for a greater understanding for 2025. I think last year the only thing that we did was the golf tournament, right? We did the golf tournament, and we had a lot of expenses going out with the rebuild project, and one of the reasons that and I think I did the golf tournament like 3 weeks, right?
You did.
And one of the reasons I did that was because we needed the help to pay up a bunch of the stuff that we needed to pay. I was getting harassed by people, but nonetheless, I really believe that this year is going to give us an even more of a greater outlook for 2025. The big heavy hitters are going to be your bowling, your fishing, and your golf tournament. And the gallery of homes is the Super Bowl. That within itself is going to be. We had 15 houses this past year. I'm thinking we're going to easily hit 20.
We're breaking ground on ours
Yes.
already. Yeah. So we're excited.
Awesome.
Jesse, you want to chime in? Right now we are on the agenda. You have the agenda?
I don't have one.
No.
I had sent it on the group chat. I don't know.
We talked about treasurer's report, reconciliation of members, how many we got so far, and creating a website for STBA. We're currently on the topic of hiring a secretary for the office, and we've determined that Monty's going to put together a budget so that we can vote on it next board meeting.
Yeah. So I also went ahead and put all the board meetings for the year. Subject to change for whatever reason. You know, if you guys say, hey, I can't make it this month for whatever reason, we can always change the date. But I just wanted to give you guys a head start on setting up your calendars. I know everybody's really busy, and it gives everybody a good idea of where we'll be, okay? So the next board meeting is going to be the 15th of February.
And also, if you feel there's an urgency to hire somebody as a secretary, we can always have a meeting.
We can always have a meeting in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you get the budget done earlier and it's a necessity,
Yeah.
let's do it.
And my recommendation is be realistic as far as the income coming in, the revenues.
Yes, sir.
I rather anticipate something that is realistic and have more money coming in than being short at the end.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Agreed. Okay, next topic. STBA headquarters. We talked about this at the gallery dinner.
Yes, sir.
And this is something that I'm very excited about. In talking and getting to know people from other markets, we've realized that every market except ours has a building, has somewhere to go. We don't. I won't go into that, but we don't, and we need to. So I am proposing that we, as an organization, should have the goal in the next 3 to 5 years to put up our own building. This is what we do for a living. We can do this. Yeah. And so I pledged $5,000 at that event, and thankfully to you guys matched that 5K. So between us,
Did I?
yeah, you already said it.
And then
I don't care how
Jaime did.
I don't care how many drinks you had.
Jaime did too.
And Jaime Lee Gonzalez also pledged
Sergio.
5,000, and
We had a
Sergio
bunch.
also pledged.
We had a bunch of people.
So we are currently at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 5 is 40K pledged for our new building. So I would like to make it official that the board bring this to vote to get the balls rolling on fundraising for our building, for our STBA headquarters.
And maybe expand on that. What would the building serve, right? So
Yeah, so the building would serve multiple purposes. Obviously, a meeting place for our board, of course. Workshops for all our members. We got new builders coming in, a meeting room, a little desk area that they can use temporarily. Education, code books, right? We can house code books. And if you got questions on codes, you can go there.
Events,
Events for sure. We can start saving a little bit of money on our events that we have.
networking.
All that stuff. I think I think this building would serve multiple purposes, and I think it's something that's a must for us to do. And I think it'd be the next solid goal, big goal that we can take on as an organization. I think I'm out.
No, you're good.
Check. Okay.
You're good.
So yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Are we looking into building, build or
Building,
build? something?
designing, building our own STBA building.
Okay.
Yep.
And I think with the sponsors and our members, I think everybody can put in their strength in it. You know, from painting to foundation, to cement,
lumber, to tile, to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can get it done. So, so what I'm asking from the board is a vote to get this bank account started. That's going to be strictly set aside for our building, so that we can deposit what we've already pledged, and a vote to continue the fundraising for this building is what I'm asking from the board.
what about the purchase of? Just Throwing it
Same
out there.
thing. Purchase of the land.
Or like an existing building is what I'm saying.
I'm not against it. That's something that we can discuss. I just what I do want to vote on is that we will move forward with this with having our own
At least
headquarters.
the planning.
Yes.
Creating
Setting
of
up the bank account. We got to get that. We got to get that approved by the board. We got to get voted so that we can open up the account. Getting the ball rolling, making this a solid goal for STBA.
So I'm all for it. I'm curious. Minds want to know how can you be a part of the, I guess, the committee.
That's what
Yeah.
I was
Right?
saying, yes.
The committee. I'd like to be a
Well,
part of it, and
yeah.
then how are we? I mean, these are things that we'll answer as we go. But some of the things we want to know: what city, right? How big, and all that. The pro forma. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah, it's not something we're gonna get done right away.
Overnight,
It's
yeah.
gonna be a year-long process discussing it, and then a year-long process maybe looking for the land and planning it and designing all that. But if in our third year from when we make this decision we're breaking ground, shit, that would be badass.
That's a win.
That's a win.
Yep.
So I would like your vote to get the bank account started, and for the organization to take this on as a 3-year goal.
Before we get the bank account started, I'd like to rephrase that and say start meeting with the attorney and CPA,
Sure,
right? So that
Yeah.
we know how to do it correctly.
absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely.
Is that a better word?
I think that's a better word. I agree.
Before we start opening, I don't know how that works. Maybe there might be
I
some
don't
type
either.
of things that
I
we need
don't
to
either.
follow.
Yeah. Okay.
So I would like to
Go
make a motion that we look into the matter that you brought to the table, but I would like to add that we create a committee.
Okay.
Perhaps you can lead that committee,
Okay.
and any other board members that wants to be part of it, but also to encourage our sponsors and other people to
And
be
other
part of it.
members.
And
Yes.
other
Yeah.
members, yes. I think there will be something interested where you have these meetings with the committee where all the ideas, whether it's remodeling or new or looking at the land, locations, something that the committee can be discussing, and we'll bring it to the discussions every now and then. So I make a motion in that regards,
A motion to start a committee.
to start a committee
Okay.
and be looking into this matter on a 2 to 3 year plan, as you suggested. I'll second that. Second the motion.
All right. Everybody in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Actually, everybody in favor say nay. Motion passes. Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
This is our opportunity to leave a footprint truly on our builder community. That'll last forever.
yes, sir.
Yep. Cool. All right. Moving forward. Events for 2024 discussion and board member designation of events. We already discussed that.
Yes, sir. And that's it.
Open for a discussion. Any questions?
I have no questions. Great meeting. Straight to the point.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to try to have weekly, bi-weekly, tri-weekly, or monthly podcasts? Or what's the plan for this year?
We're doing weekly podcasts like we did last year.
Sweet.
And to anybody that wants to be on the podcast,
Yeah.
to anybody that wants to recommend somebody for the podcast,
I do.
yeah, throw it out.
So let me tell you, Zarski got a new GM or manager. Bernardo, that's his name, Bernardo. He goes to my office every Thursday. We talk shop, and I wanna recommend that you
Nice.
reach out and get him on board.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll do that.
I talked to Eric at Reese,
Yes,
and I'd like to get him on too.
Yeah, next week.
Yeah, they're doing some really good things.
Yeah,
with it.
anybody. Look,
Oh,
guys,
don't forget about the tomorrow, Reese. The coffee.
in the morning.
Oh,
Coffee at Reese is actually right next to Ambra, guys. Here, literally right next door. Coffee for builders. Come by and have a cup of coffee, and anybody that you all want to see on the podcast, any story that you want to hear, or if you want to just get to know somebody. Ronnie and I have had the privilege this past year to sit down and really get to know people this past year that I never thought I'd get to know or hear their story, especially like Mr. V's story was so great to hear. The Mats boys that I like to call them with the Mats brothers, just some great stories. And if y'all want to just get to know somebody, please shoot it our way and Ronnie and I are open to just talking and having a conversation with anybody. And like I said, just help us get you all some stories.
Yeah.
And I got some gifts for you guys.
Oh,
nice.
I didn't get to see these guys over Christmas, but I got these guys a little something. Guy with the sexiest hair. Here you go.
Who, me?
Ruben, here you go.
Oh, yeah, right.
Servi.
This is Ronnie's.
Oh, thank you, bro.
Nice.
Speedos.
Chonies.
This is Jesse's.
Oh, yeah.
This is for Jesse.
Jesse.
Oh, love it, bro. Ah, this is going to be perfect for fishing.
This is for Servi.
Look at that.
Super nice.
Very nice.
Thank you, Mario.
Nice.
Appreciate that, bro. And a book.
Thank you, sir.
And it's
What,
from-
what,
and
what
a
if
book.
I can't read?
Oh, very cool. This is the one you talked about.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
What was it? What was the deal on this book?
Yeah, so let's talk about the book.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate that. Oh yeah.
So the book is can I see the book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go. I got everybody a copy.
Yeah, I got you.
This is called Robert Rules of Order. This book was actually written in 1876, and this is the 12th edition.
1876.
Yes, sir, 1876.
Just like yesterday.
So the reason that I got to board this book is because this book is teaching you how to properly speak when you're in meetings.
Mm-hmm.
This book is actually, there's a lot of enterprises around the world that have their members, before they get hired, read this book.
Wow.
Because there's a proper way to conduct and speak during meetings. So I thought it would be cool and neat to go ahead and get this book for the board because we're traveling now and we're going to big meetings, and we're dealing with people that are very educated, and I believe that education is power. So I wanted to make sure that I got you guys something that would help us not just get more educated or get a better education together, but also help us be a better board overall.
Yeah, no, this is awesome,
great.
bro.
Very good.
Awesome.
Thank you, Mario.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mario.
Very cool.
One item that we wanted to discuss or present, perhaps the secretary, if you have the minutes, we can probably look at it and approve it from the last meeting.
Oh, yes, we didn't do that. Thank you.
I believe we have it available. And
I didn't get a copy of last meeting, so why don't you send them and then we'll vote on it the next time. So I'll just
Alright.
review it. That's I don't know.
Yeah.
I
no,
guess
agree.
we'll know.
Yeah, no, it's actually really informative, and it's good because I actually had a buddy that he's very active in NAHB, and he recommended this book. He's like, you need to read this book, man. He's like, because you are going into the battlefield of people that are very intelligent.
Yeah.
And it's all about verbal communication.
Yep.
And if you don't know how to communicate verbally, I mean, you're going to lose. And when he told me that, I was like, I need to get this for my board because I need everybody to be prime time.
Yeah.
That's good.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very good.
this is the last one.
Survey. This the last one?
Yeah.
What I would like to have on every agenda would be the minutes from the previous
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
meeting.
No,
that
and we normally do it. We just
Yeah.
forgot to do it this
We
time.
just
Yeah.
yeah. So we have those. If we want to approve them, unless on the next one you want to approve both or whatever.
It's up to you guys.
We can
But-
vote on it now
Yeah,
if you want to pass it around.
But it's a small. We can review them real quick.
Yeah.
They also have this book in Audible.
Yeah.
If you guys just
I agree.
want to download it, listen to it while you read along. It's more of like a glossary. If you have any questions of how
I saw that.
to come back at people or how to properly, because meetings are, it's work, Meetings are about verbal communication, and sometimes there's verbal altercations within meetings, and the person that could sound smarter or prove their point with a greater understanding wins.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
Wow, very interesting. Thank you, sir.
yeah.
Packing some heat.
So do y'all want to approve these
Yeah.
minutes?
Can I get a motion to approve last board meeting?
I'll make a motion to approve. I saw him.
I second the motion.
Okay. Everybody in favor say aye.
Aye.
Everybody against, nay. All right. Motion passes. Minutes are approved.
Awesome.
All right. Want to make a motion to adjourn? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Do you call that? I'm sorry.
No. You call it.
Okay.
Yeah. Motion to adjourn, or anybody calls it.
Everybody good?
Yeah.
Does anybody
Get a
else you wanna
second?
discuss before?
Nah, we're good.
All right, guys. Meeting adjourned. Good meeting.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Quick.
All
Straight to
right.
the point.
Yep.
What's first?
He made us a motion, and I second the motion to adjourn.
Thank you.
We're out.
Awesome.
Good job.
Thank you
Awesome.
guys.
Great job,
We'll
guys.
see you all next week.
Cool.